All right, y'all. Let's dive into this clip here. So, I swear it's a different world they're living in over on Fox News. Jeanine Pirro here is going to attack Joe Biden. Why? Because in her mind, he's not being hawkish enough. He's not bombing enough. He's not getting us in World War III fast enough. I'm not kidding. Let's listen to the criticism and we'll react.
This is an administration that doesn't have a handle on what's going on. And I want to just try to make it clear so that we don't get political here. The bottom line is they have attacked us 190 times.
Should be clear, she's talking about the Shia militias in the Middle East who are attacking U.S. bases because we are financially supporting Israel and giving them weapons to carry out their genocide in Gaza. Okay.
We have the 2 Navy SEALs and 1 contractor. We have over 80 wounded in Iraq and Syria and 40 wounded in Jordan. So it's 120 wounded, 6 dead, 190 attacks on us. You know how many times we responded? 10. 10. If you're a red-blooded American, you're pissed off. You're angry right now. All right? Because that's not the way it's supposed to be. Now, the question is, no administration has gone into Iran, okay? Apparently, Jimmy Carter tried it, and that was a disaster with the hostages. But, you know, if we just go after the Houthis and this one and that, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference. The truth is that we either have to drop bridges or go after their munitions or send some cruise missiles in there. I don't know what the answer is. But he may have to get permission from Congress on this. And that's where Congress is going to start negotiating for Ukraine and for Israel. But the bottom line is, you know, when Trump killed Soleimani, that was the end of it. They didn't respond. They knew Trump was serious.
There were 2 service members who were hit by a missile attack and died after
There was a missile attack, but it didn't start a world war. If we go after, everyone is saying, and what Biden is saying, I don't want a world war. I don't want to make a bigger war. He's such a wuss on the world stage. He signals everything that he's afraid of.
What an incredible video we just watched. Holy shit. He's a wuss because he's said a few times, look, we don't need a wider war in the Middle East. He's a wuss for that reason. You know, there is a way to make all these attacks stop. You do know that, right, Jeanine Pirro? The number I read was about a week or so ago. It said 150 attacks on U.S. troops or U.S. bases in the region. The whole purpose of the attacks is because the Shia militias are going after the U.S. for our support of Israel and Netanyahu as they do a genocide in Gaza. The Houthis are trying to blockade the Red Sea and stop ships from getting to Israel because of our support of the genocide in Gaza. When we had a temporary ceasefire, what happened? The Houthis stopped. They stopped. Just like they said they would, they stopped. The Shia militias would stop in that scenario. And by the way, one of the Shia militias already came out and said, yeah, we're going to stop. My guess is they got a dressing down from Iran, who funds them and arms them, and Iran was like, you better make clear this was you on your own. We had nothing to do with this because we don't want to get attacked by the U.S. So one of the groups already came out and said, okay, my bad. But there are other Shia militias in Syria that will probably maintain attacks. The Houthis will probably maintain attacks. But at the core of all of this is we are arming and funding somebody who is doing the world's most obvious genocide. Instead of looking at that and going, hey, maybe if we just stop, then we're fine. Maybe if we cut and run like Ronald Reagan did in Lebanon, maybe if we do that, it'll be fine. They don't even allow in the conversation the potential for peace, for de-escalation, for negotiation and diplomacy. It's literally not even brought up as a possibility. What she says is he's a wuss because he uttered the words, I don't want to do a world war. Now, meanwhile, what's the reality with Joe Biden? Jeanine Pirro, I got good news for you. He's much more like you than you would like to believe. This is a guy who illegally bombed the Houthis. Then he escalated and illegally bombed Yemen proper. Then we got word the other day we have some troops on the ground there. And then we've already had a number of situations where we've done retaliatory strikes against the, Syrian Shia militias and Iraqi Shia militias. So what she's pissed off about, let's be clear, what she's pissed off about is he hasn't, fully leveled all of Yemen? He hasn't bombed Tehran? Like, let's be specific and clear here about what the problem is. She's calling him a wuss. From my perspective, it's the exact opposite. He's doing this like macho man, dick swinging, we're not going to let anybody get away with anything, bro. When again, the solution to bring about peace is Israel stop carpet bombing Palestinian babies. I mean, just the Overton window, as it's called, the spectrum of debate that's allowed in the media, you're witnessing it here and how deranged it is. You're witnessing it here. On Fox News, Biden's a wuss. Biden's a pussy for not bombing more. They want all of us dead, bro. I'm convinced they want all of us dead. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. They would stop at nothing until we get to that World War III. And Joe, what did you learn, Joe? What did you learn? Even when you act like a conservative Republican, even when you act like a neocon bloodthirsty war hawk, even when you drop the bombs, even when you escalate, they still turn around and say, you're a little bitch. You're not hawkish enough. So why not just do the right thing and end all the violence by cutting off the funds and the arms to Israel? Nope, but I'm the crazy one. That's not even allowed in the conversation. We live in such a warped timeline, it's impossible to get my mind around. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.